Hey guys, so Jeannie Hawks here. I'm just making this video. I had a challenger ask me about meal prepping, and I actually just wanted to broadly cover the concept behind why we meal prep and why we would want to do that. So, a good way to be successful in any area, but specifically in healthy eating and exercise and developing good habits, is to first make easy things hard and hard things easy. So a lot of people think that eating out and eating junk are easy. So how are we going to make those easy things hard? So I will give you my tips to do that. And a lot of people think that eating healthy or prepping their food or even exercising is hard. So how are we going to make those hard things easy for us? And if we're able to do that, then we have a lot higher chance of success. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this. Everybody is individual. Some things that work for some people don't work for another, yada yada. I'm going to give you guys my tips for being successful at making easy things hard and hard things easy. Okay, so first off, number one, throw out junk. I don't know about you guys, but it is a lot harder for me to eat Oreos if they are not in my house. If they are right on my counter, open, yeah, I'll probably end up eating an Oreo. So one of the first things I need to do is to throw out junk. And if you are using the excuse that your husband or your kids are going to be upset or that they need to have the junk around, no. Honestly, that is just an excuse. And it is an excuse that I personally had used a lot. But they do not need the junk more than you need to not have the junk. And even like with my husband, sorry, it's over here. With my husband, I think the compromise that we ended up coming up with was that we kept the junk food up on a really high shelf. I'm only 5'1", so it was a huge hassle for me to drag a chair or even have to climb up the shelves to get to that top shelf, and it was also out of sight. I couldn't see it. And we didn't keep a lot of junk, but if we did have anything like chocolate chips or something like that that's kind of around, it would be up there. And that made it hard for me. So it made that easy thing, eating just a couple chocolate chips because it was sitting there on the shelf in front of me, it made it a lot harder. And honestly, I ate a lot less junk. And in fact, my husband and my kids also eat a lot less junk with the junk food on the top shelf. Or if we make cookies or something, for, all things moderation, you're supposed to be moderate in some things. If we've occasionally had a treat or something like that, I try to get rid of it afterwards. I try to give it to our neighbors. I try to make sure my husband eats the leftovers that day so I don't have to worry about them being in my house the next day. I don't want them to be easy for me to do. If I have to put forth the effort to make something from scratch or something, then it will be a lot harder for me to do. Alright, so another thing to make, this one is to make hard things easy, is if you're going to throw out junk and make them inaccessible, make your healthy snacks accessible. So have your food already portioned out in little containers if you want, or I like to have sugar snap peas and baby carrots, like one of the first things that I see in my fridge. I want my healthy snacks to be really close on my pantry. I want them to be at my eye level. Those are the things that I want to see first and not the junk food. So making it easy for me to just grab and go. I honestly grab my bag of carrots all the time or my bag of sugar snap peas all the time to go on the go. Number 3 is meal planning. So even if you don't stick to your meal plan, if you have a plan in mind and you already have all the shopping done for that plan, your healthy food is going to be a lot more accessible. It will be a lot easier for you to make healthier things because that is what you had planned. It is actually easier for me to not go out to eat when I know that we were actually just going to have baked chicken and diced potatoes that night or something. And that sounds better than what I would have gotten, if we had gone to Burger King or something like that. So going along with that, number 4, if you do go out to eat or whatever, plan what you're going to order. I like to look at the menu ahead of time because then when I get to the restaurant, I'm not tempted by the sights and the smells. I already know what I'm going to order, and I've already psyched myself up for it. So I'm not just like, oh man, I guess I'll just have that salad. I'm like, man, that salad looks so good. I'm excited to see it. And it never disappoints. And have your dressing on the side and whatever. Make a plan so that you guys are better prepared. So all of this is basically about preparing. The more prepared you are, the easier it will be for you to do the hard things, and the harder it will be for you to do the easy things. The last one is meal prep. I honestly don't meal prep a ton because of this bonus tip, but prepping your food ahead of time will make your dinners, will make making your meals so much faster, and if it's faster, it's often easier. So like if you have a toddler crawling on your leg while you're making an hour-and-a-half long dinner, like it's gonna be hard. But if your dinner is made within 20 minutes, like from start to finish, or even less, honestly, some of my meals are like 10 minutes, then it will be so much easier. All right, so here's my bonus tip that I'm going to let you guys know what I do, but it is not cost efficient. So buy things pre-prepped or pre-portioned. So that is not very cost efficient. Like it is cheaper for you to buy things in bulk and then portion them out yourself or chop them yourself. I do this to make it easier on myself because sometimes it's daunting for me to have to cut up all my vegetables. So I will buy them cut that way, already cut, or I will buy my lettuce already washed and in smaller pieces so I don't have to cut that all up. And recently I discovered cauliflower crumbles, like cauliflower that's already been grated into small pieces and that you can steam in the bag, so I do not have to do that if I want to make cauliflower pizza. And yes, you do have to be aware that when things are cut, like vegetables, when they're cut into, they start losing more of their nutrients, so you need to be aware of how long they've been cut. Same with meat. I like to actually throw a lot of, for meal prepping, I like to throw a lot of chicken into the crock pot and then just end up shredding a lot of it so I can have it on salads or turn it into fajitas the next night. I can just, it's very versatile. I can use it for lots of things. Oh, another thing I guess I didn't add on here is when I do make a dinner, I always try to make leftovers so that I can have that for the next day for lunch or something like that. And I try to make enough so my family, my kids, and my husband can also have leftovers if they want, because that will make it that much easier for us to continue to eat healthy when in the middle of the day I don't have as much time. So those are my tips. Hopefully that will be just as helpful for you guys as a meal prepping video, because I feel like you guys can look up any menu, any meal plan that you want, and even step-by-step instructions. I have some myself already, and even step-by-step YouTube videos. But I wanted you guys to just think about your own meal plan and what would work for you specifically. Just remember to try to make those easy things a lot harder for you and those hard things a lot easier for you, and you will actually have a lot more success. Same with working out. I have my weights out and it's in a place where I can get to them easy. It makes it a lot easier. All right, thanks guys. Bye.